Hey y'all, today's episode is being sponsored by Credit Karma. If you've ever asked yourself what the most important number in your life is, it's not your age, it's not your IQ, it's not your blood pressure. Well, that one's important. But also there is your credit score. So Credit Karma, there's no catch. It's free. They don't ask for a credit card number. You just go there, get your score, and get your life. So text READ to 89800 and show them some love on the free Credit Karma app, and let's start the show.
What the hell could you doubt? Well, damn. What the hell could you doubt? That's sad. What the hell could you doubt? Well, damn. What the hell could you doubt? Well, damn. What the hell could you doubt? That's sad. What the hell could you?
You can ring my bell.
Ring my bell.
Ring my bell.
Yes, sis. You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. My bell.
I don't know why that was the first song that came to mind, but I was like, I have to jump into something.
I love it.
Hey y'all, I'm Natalie King Cole.
Okay, and I'm Penny Proud.
And this is The Read.
And that voice you hear in the background is our guest this week.
So excited that this is finally happening.
Because we've been talking about her coming on the show since we started doing it. And finally, she's in New York. So we had to snatch up the wonderful Kia, one of our just best friends and good sisters in the whole world. We love so much.
Hi, everybody. How y'all doing?
We're very good.
We're good, sis.
So we're not going to act no kind of way. This is just, how we talk to each other all the time.
Yes.
And you know this. And so...
she's a good friend of ours, like Dustin and Asante. She's like...
right.
in this whole group, but she's off in school being the smartest person in the world.
Which is why I was going to make you Black Excellence. And I don't want you to feel like that's because I'm slightly unprepared. I'm really unprepared. But... I planned to do that because, you're going to be richer than all of us.
Yeah. And it won't even take very long either, within a couple years.
Because what did you say that you wanted to say?
What?
When you're talking about what you do or where people can find you.
I'm going to be at the library typing real fast.
And why?
Because I'm just trying to graduate.
And that's
I just love it.
It's really important to me to be finished with this degree, so I can never, ever be a student again.
This doctorate, though, it's not just a degree. You are doing it, sis.
I think that I should be Black Excellence when I've actually completed it and done something constructive.
Oh, girl, please. Done something constructive.
I know. I'm in the process. And things are we're just praying our way through, feeling our way through this darkness.
But you're also, an amazing friend.
Yes.
Well, I love you guys.
You're the best.
And I'm proud of y'all.
Thank you.
Legit.
Girl.
So
we're proud of you. You're the smart one. What?
Girl.
I wish. Ugh.
I don't even do nothing. I just be typing fast. That's it.
Okay,
typing
kid.
real fast.
Okay.
All right, girl.
But I love y'all. I'm happy to be here. Let's cut up.
Okay.
Because that is what we do
That's
today.
what we do.
It's also Kid Fury's birthday.
Yes,
and I know you didn't think we was just not going to say
So we didn't
something.
even have to do that.
Really, nigga?
Oh,
we're in the studio
so
on your birthday. So it's your
unnecessary.
birthday and the Thanksgiving episode, and Kia's here all at the same
We
time.
gonna have us a
It
good
is
time.
technically Thanksgiving or whenever.
But it's your birthday week.
Right.
So let us
exactly.
celebrate you.
And we're in the studio on your birthday, so of course we were going to say something.
Well, thank you. I
Happy
appreciate
birthday, my
that.
nigga. We're going to have
Happy
Kia
birthday.
sing.
I just thought
later.
about something I am a multivitamin bitch now.
Yes. You an adult, as my mother
I am an adult.
Not an adult.
No.
An
But I am an
adult. There is a
adult.
strong
A
difference.
striking
Yes.
difference.
And I'm there now.
Yeah. When the
Yeah.
fun of it is oh, wait. So it's kind of getting real now.
Like the V generation ain't my generation no more.
That's right.
No, it's not.
As you watch television and you say, just like Crystal and I.
Yes.
And we will get
Who
to
is
that.
this?
Who are these people?
I don't know who
We
this
are
is.
going to get
Who
there.
are you talking to?
But when you think about it, when we are grandparents, thought it was a drought and Nuck If You Buck are going to be our shit.
Absolutely.
That's already our shit. But still, yeah.
I will always come in the club shaking my dress.
I mean, looking at these kids, how do you not
I
know what we
understand
talking about?
Why you're not excited.
Yeah, you're old now. The new stuff is not for you. It's for the kids.
Welcome. We've been here
Yes.
for a while.
Congratulations. You're here now.
So I guess before we We can talk about the AMAs now, I guess, because who watched?
Did we even watch it?
We didn't try.
We didn't really. It was on mute for most of the time.
we switched back and forth, right?
Yes,
Right,
yes.
because
Like,
you know,
we barely even looked at it.
I made a conscious effort not to watch the American Music Awards, and I've been pretty good at it for I feel like the last 2 years, maybe. Because I just got tired of them trying people. Like I got
of
tired
all the
of
shows,
them
it's the worst.
giving. First of all, it's the widest award show. It's wider than the CMAs. It is the widest of the wide. It is just so wide. And they pissed me off back in like 2009 when they gave Taylor Swift Artist of the Year over Michael Jackson, who had just died. And I'll say it every time.
Yeah, you do.
Don't look again. I'll say it again, and I'll say it one more after that, just for the thrice.
Lord.
I'll say it as often as I goddamn want. Because they gave her Artist of the Year the year that Michael died.
He wasn't really cold in the ground yet.
He wasn't.
It was disrespectful. It was. And it was trash. The AMA is
Tragedy.
nowhere near my favorite award show. That's why we barely even looked at it while, like, I couldn't tell you like a single highlight if there was one.
I watched The Real Housewives of Atlanta at home, then went over to your house and we watched it again.
Oh, yeah.
And then turned to the AMAs and it was still on.
Oh, man. The Housewife. Oh, right. No, never mind. We're talking about the AMAs.
And
So
that's
what
when
happened?
Nicki Minaj had got that award, and we were saying the whole time, like, Nicki Minaj has to be there because she won something.
Yeah.
Because she
We knew.
looked like,
I'm ready
when
to
are y'all
go.
going to give me my shit? At the end, girl, so
Nobody
you'll
else is
stay.
here. Like, she was right. She was ready to
It was
go.
very obligatory. Her whole she was just like, all right.
Right. I'm waiting for the category that I know
Right.
I already won. So just
Like she didn't even buy a new dress. She just wore something she had.
over it.
Yeah.
But
And
I
then we
mean,
had the
that's that
blessing
show.
of seeing Justin Bieber.
Oh God, all wet. Really trying to be the white Chris Brown.
Don't understand.
He's really not a dancer, and I didn't know that until I watched because I really
Yeah,
don't
he's
care
not.
for him. It floored me a little bit to see him struggle through that performance. It
And
was
that's
like,
his fault.
Well, he gets compared to Justin Timberlake so much,
And he shouldn't.
And people,
I
no,
don't
and he
understand
shouldn't.
that.
I don't get it
He
either
should
because
not.
Justin can sing and dance, and
Right.
Justin Bieber can only sing, and that is even.
You're hey.
I'm not
That's a
no because
strong
you are
end.
not going to give me this Justin Bieber stan label. You won't do it.
I didn't say anything.
His
Did
album,
I say something?
I saw it
didn't
in
say
your
a word.
face. I saw your face getting ready to say it.
You speak for
His
yourself.
album is not bad.
Kay.
It just isn't. You judged me. You're judging me right now.
Anyway, I'm just saying that I
Sis, do
don't
you see
get
him
it.
lying? Do you see him trying not to lie?
I don't understand.
I too am not willing. It's not that I don't understand. I'm not willing to give the album a try. I don't
just
feel like
don't
I
want
should.
to.
I get that
have
too
to.
because
Like,
he's
I don't want to.
terrible. He's awful.
I'm not.
It's not
playing.
even just that. It's like every song that's ever been out, even the ones where like grown black adults like myself would be like, that one's like, you listen to that one. That Justin Bieber, now it's not that bad. And I would listen to it and be like,
It's
this
not that
just
good
is not
either.
for me. Like, this was not made for my ears. It's not, I feel like I'm too
And I
old.
feel that way about most of Justin Bieber's music, and you would probably feel that way about this album. This is just the first time I heard one of his albums, and I felt more like on the positive side than the
I try to give everyone a fair chance, but I've given him fair chances and just felt way too old
That's
for
fine.
it. And I didn't understand why he was dancing around in that water with that mic that we know is not on. Because
Right.
why would you be dancing around in the water with a
Right.
microphone?
You just stop this.
Why
We
are
need
you
to say that. But
You
apparently
look
we missed a
stupid.
really great opening number from Jennifer Lopez.
Now let me say something. I did turn to that when I was at the house and I was watching Real Housewives because everybody was tweeting about Jennifer Lopez killing this performance. And so I was like, oh, she's performing? I just thought she was just going to, I thought she was going to host. And so I turned to it and it was her beautifully dancing to other people's music.
Oh, okay. Well, that's perfect.
Which is what she ought to be doing.
Yeah.
No singing involved.
Not
because
singing
the
at
worst thing about Jennifer Lopez's career is her music, and that's only been recently. Like, her older stuff is fantastic, but everything she's done within the last several years has been terrible to me.
And I feel like, honestly, Jennifer Lopez could do a tribute. She's probably
Yes.
at that catalog or that point in her catalog where she could perform a medley. I just can't promise you that I want to hear it.
No,
You know, like,
no, I don't either.
If
But
I
I
could pick
need
the
to-
songs, maybe.
I'll find the little, I'll find her opening sequence or whatever it was on YouTube if it was that good. No, not that great? Not good enough to go look up?
She was dancing, but we know the Jennifer can
Yeah.
do that.
When we give her, I think we should give her some grace and we should give her props because for her age, she was definitely dancing her face.
Well, I mean, and she looks phenomenal regardless.
Yes.
Like, she is gorgeous.
Yes.
But I never doubted those things about it. I know
Yeah.
that J-Lo is beautiful and can dance, so.
And that would probably be the only, if I had actually sat there and watched the award show, that would probably be the only good thing I had to say about it anyway. So,
What little I did watch, this felt like it was just an excess of illusion mesh.
You know, and let's talk about it.
Why was everybody dressed like hosiery?
Princess Love.
Instagram. Princess
Love,
has
this
that
is for
problem
you.
too.
I just
This one
want
is for
to
you.
Why does everybody's dress have to be like a lampshade?
Who started this? Who's
a drape, a sheer, like you
don't
hang
know.
curtains? I don't understand. I mean, I get it. Everyone was snatched, and we've all paid plastic surgeons and done our due diligence in the gym, and our bodies are wonderful. I get it, but like everybody's giving these figure skating Nancy Kerrigan dresses.
Did you like Beyonce's dress at the Met?
Overdone. I mean, I did it, and I lived for B, but it wasn't my favorite.
What was
I
it?
can
Which
see
dress are you
why.
talking about?
The one that she
The
just
one
wore
she
this
wore
year
to
where
the
she
Met.
looked like a rich mermaid.
Oh,
I just feel like I think I'll be over.
I mean,
I'll be
I
glad
liked
when
it,
this
There's just
That's
so
what you're
many.
saying.
when this little era of fashion is over, I'll be all right.
Okay.
but- all right. Well,
I don't
see
hate it, but I'm just not like ugh. I'm just it's just done too much. Done too much.
So one thing I can say about Taylor Swift, since I do hate her, and this is like good news.
What?
I mean, well, it's generally good news, but it also, I'll explain. Adele's double platinum. So,
Adele.
And knocking on the door of triple. She's like,
And
because
like
she went
3
double
days.
in 3 days.
3 days.
she's like an angel whisper away from triple platinum, and
Listen.
it's a week.
3 days.
All right, bitch. All right, bitch. Like, I think we anticipated this, and Billboard published an article like today that really breaks down the impact of this. Like, she's outselling NSYNC.
Yeah, she outsold No Strings Attached.
which was the biggest selling
In
ever.
3 days.
And she outsold it by 400,000 copies.
And she also took the year from 1989.
She took the year from 1989, and she made sure Justin Bieber only spent 1 week at number 1. So, you
And for
know,
that-
Adele really-
and for that-
Adele is just out
that
here
alone.
providing blessings.
For that
really.
alone, she is worthy.
She really is. Like,
She's a bad bitch. But Billboard broke it down how, yeah, she outsold them by 400,000, but she's also responsible for 42% of music sales this week.
42%
Of music sales
of
this week.
music
all
sales.
music
It's
sales.
Adele, my
like
nigga.
happy birthday, right on up. Like I don't care how many songs we're discussing. 42% of that.
Is Adele.
42% of music sales,
Of
thanks to
all
Adele.
the music.
Yes.
That
and
is
so when
sold.
you put it in that context, she outsold NSYNC and Taylor Swift and everybody else on this chart by like leaps and fucking bounds, because that was
All
when everybody was
of
buying albums.
music.
Yes, 42% of music sales this week.
Everyone
Adele.
who has a song on a piece.
And she's not streaming it. She is not. She will not give it to you niggas for that $9.99, $14.99. She don't
she's
care.
not.
No,
And I will
you're going
have
to
you
pay
know.
for her shit.
She's done all of this without breaking a sweat. Her
We were
brow
talking
is
about this
just as
earlier.
dewy.
Yes.
Listen, Adele will come. She will show up on your scene in her dress and her microphone and her wing liner, and she will come to sing her song. She will thank you,
And she
and she will
take a
leave.
seat. That is it.
She said, "I'm not here for your lights or your cameras or your action, honey. Put me in the key of B flat." And I said, "Come on in. I'm ready."
Yeah. She said in her interview, I think with Zane Lowe, that she doesn't use social media. She really and she had no idea that people were thirsty for her, because in her everyday life, you know, people don't act like that. And she was like, "Oh, I wondered if I had waited too long to put something out." And I'm like, "Are you serious? Like, the niggas have been like
Your last album was
panting, bitch.
21.
And it has never left the charts.
Hasn't.
Never.
Hasn't.
It has not once dropped off the Billboard charts since it got on it. Bitch, are you serious? You didn't know if you waited too long? Your album it's been years, ho. come on, Adele. Like,
your baby is old.
Grown.
He about to apply for
like
college.
damn near 4.
School age, huh? He's going to be in
College
kindergarten.
funds.
How you doing?
So she said she underestimated the fan anticipation for the album and all this. And I'm like, well, I mean, I love it. Y'all have had the chance to hear it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So-
and she is still out here punching you right directly
In
smack
your
dab in your
feelings?
feelings.
My God.
Right in the center.
You have to really, really be intentional about when you decide to listen to it.
Absolutely.
Because
Yes.
as I was driving up here,
Yes.
and I was listening to it, and I said, you know, it might not be the smartest
Right.
for me to be in this car by myself, driving,
At
listening to this, because you need to be in a
right.
place where you can sit still and just kind of be with the Lord.
Exactly.
When you listen to Adele.
Yes.
You shouldn't be focusing on things.
Right,
At
where you
all.
don't have to focus because your vision will get
No.
blurry. Right.
I said, because she's not going to have me in here crying by myself in this car.
On the road.
The
No,
day that
Jesus.
it came
No.
out was like the day at, because it dropped at like midnight or like
Yeah,
11:30
real
something.
close to midnight.
And that day was just enough for me. That when it did come out, I was like, oh no, not yet. Like, I was just like, I waited like 2-3 smooth days
Yeah.
before I listened to it, because I was like, you are not about to have me yelling, let me slow.
I want to end it all.
I'm over it, Jesus. I can't.
Double platinum.
Whew,
Adele
already.
I can't
not
deal with
playing
her.
with you children.
She's not. It's so good.
and she's just going to
All I
collect these
ask
coins.
is amazing. It's amazing. I have to give Bruno Mars that. He did the fuck out of that. They produced the hell out of All I
I can give him
Ask.
that.
It had me. I felt like, so Hello took, the fact that Hello was the single took some of the sting out of it for me. So I heard it at the beginning of the album and I was fine. And then it's like, it was cool. Like I was listening to the music and some of it was like, ooh, like damn, you kind of punched me in my feelings right there, but I'm cool until Million Years Ago. And then that one had me like kind of tearing up. And then that went into All I Ask. And so then I was just bawling. And then the last song was the one with her baby on it.
Right.
And it made me think about how Beyonce did that same thing with Heaven and Blue. And that was worse because it was like the visual of this funeral
Right.
and all this shit. And then Blue Ivy's little precious ass.
I have probably listened to Heaven 3 times
I think
in
I've
my
listened
life.
to it 1.5. I don't. The last time I tried
I
to listen
listened
to it,
to
I didn't
Heaven.
make it.
I couldn't do it.
When I want a really good cry, like when I have needed to cry and it just will not come out. You just have to
I've done
lock
that
yourself
too.
up and play that horrible
I have
gut
definitely
wrenching
done
song.
that.
It is, and the video too, my nigga. Like
It's too much.
I can't handle it. And so that was the same thing she did to me. So those 3 songs in that order,
I really appreciate
I was
it.
on the floor sending text messages I had no business sending.
Right.
See.
You might want to lock your phone in the drawer when you listen to this
I was-
album.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, y'all. I was swimming deep in my feelings for like 72 hours. I had to tell myself, you can't listen to this anymore.
And
Like,
see, you know the thing about it
You're
for me,
done.
when I listened to it, I didn't think about anybody. I was just like,
it's a blessing.
it's so beautifully
That is a
arranged.
blessing.
Like, I really didn't think of nobody.
That's a blessing.
That is a.
I thought of my grandmother, but I didn't think of like, I knew that was going to be the reaction to that. But I did not like, I didn't think of like, no niggas.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I had a nigga in mind, and it was like,
Oh Lord, and it's just so
God.
tiring.
right. Like, I am actually tired of dealing with the, but anyway, that's too deep into my business.
So yeah, she's just snatching everybody's wigs off, and she's just like, I still got the same groceries in my fridge.
Absolutely.
Like,
And right, in
Yes.
her interview, she's the sweetest person. Like, I don't know what's wrong with everybody. Like, y'all niggas is tripping. I'm
Right.
good. you
that's my
know?
favorite thing about her. I did have a
Yes.
problem with Good Morning America calling her the today's Whitney Houston or whatever they
And I
said.
promise you, Adele would have a problem with that too.
I agree.
Because
Adele would be like, okay, so who the fuck?
Right.
Because I didn't say, I know the hell I'm not.
I just feel like, why can't people just learn when to be quiet? When you run out of words and you have nothing else to say nothing else.
Like,
say,
just hush, girl.
just stop right there.
Just stop right
Right.
there. Like, it was just an unnecessary comment.
It was because Whitney Houston is Whitney Houston, period.
And Adele is
is
Adele.
phenomenal,
And you
but
can't
she is
compare the two.
phenomenal in an Adele way.
Right.
That's the thing.
Yes.
For me, you cannot,
You
because
can't
when I
compare the
listen
two.
to Whitney
No.
Houston, I always think, even before she died, I would always think there's not going to be another voice like this.
No.
Like, I really don't think that there's going to be somebody that you can compare to this woman, because her voice was just, it was
Right.
something else.
Yes, it was.
The same way And then singers have different types of voices. Like there's not one, like I don't feel like there's like a pyramid or like a like a hierarchy to like the voice or like the standard.
Right.
Different people can sing for different reasons.
Yes.
And Adele has a completely different style and voice.
And a beautiful
than
voice,
Whitney
but
Houston.
not like Whitney Houston's. It's just not
It's not
Whitney's.
just the same.
And you know, I don't know why white people think they could just say, oh, well, this is our favorite singer and that was y'all's favorite, so this is why Adele's the new her. Like, that's not how this works.
You threaten the artistry of all of that when you start comparing people, because as we were talking about earlier, I think what makes Adele and Whitney is that they are both unapologetically themselves.
In their lane.
Like Adele, like, you know, like just like Whitney Houston, Adele knew she wasn't a dancer. No, she's not a dancer.
And she doesn't try.
She doesn't try. And Whitney Houston would stand behind the microphone in a gown that would snatch her edges. And she
That's
would
right.
sing
with some shoulder pads
with
up to her ears.
with a synthetic wig on.
Yes.
And she was probably in the microwave just a few minutes before with some sponge rollers in it.
Yeah.
And she would sing until you was just underneath whatever seat you were sitting on.
That's right.
And she would leave. So
was
like
it.
there's like, you just have to let people be, like, you can't compare. That's like comparing Adele and Beyonce. Like they're two totally different singers. They're two totally different artists. Everybody just be yourself. Just
Leave
let people
alone.
be themselves.
Right. Everybody don't have to be the new somebody else.
No.
Like, goddamn, that's old. Like, it's tired. Stop it.
Listen, Adele is Adele and Whitney is Whitney.
Woof. I can't listen to that no more, though. I need to just not.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So speaking of Adele,
okay.
I think that Rihanna's ready to drop her album now, or it looks that way.
Okay.
I feel like, you know, and I know you can't compare Rihanna to Adele at all.
No.
But I feel like they were definitely looking at her like, look, just let Adele get her piece. Like, just let her get her piece
right over
in
there until
and, you know, let those headlines and then let's dive into this situation right here.
Yeah.
Because she just announced a tour.
That's good. So she didn't announce the album. She announced the tour.
Which I thought was odd.
That's a little odd. That's a little strange, but we all know the album is coming. Like, it's been promo on top of promo, and now they're doing they've got this
Those
little
commercials.
website out. Yeah, those commercials to tell you to go to the website.
It looked like American Horror Story Hotel.
Right. When I pulled it up on my phone, I was like, I don't know that I'm ready to receive this right now. Like, I might have to go through this later. This looks a little scary, but
I saw the commercial and knew it had no business on my telephone. So I just will wait until y'all watch it and then you can tell me about it.
I'm sure the album is coming. So
Yeah, they say the tour starts in February.
okay.
And they say the tickets go on sale on Thursday. And then there's a rumor that the album comes out on Friday.
Okay. So this, like, Thanksgiving, tickets go on sale Thanksgiving or the next Thursday?
I guess tickets go on sale Thursday, December 3rd. So
next Thursday.
next Thursday.
Got it.
So the album's supposed to, but I heard a rumor that the album's supposed to come out on Friday.
Like this coming Friday,
yeah,
Black
that's
Friday.
like 27th.
Oh, okay. That would be dope. Good for her. I mean, the only problem is if you really wanted a number one, it's too close to Adele to be to bank on a number one. But if you're not really concerned with that sort of thing and you just kind of ready to get it out and ready to get your tour started, then let's go.
But if it's anything like the last time Adele put out music, no one can really look forward to that one for a minute.
Well, I mean, 2015 is obviously over. So if you're trying to release something this year and you're worried about numbers, obviously, like, you should have gotten it out like Justin Bieber did, girl. And so, I mean, you may have a few months into 2016, but I don't think Rihanna's particularly concerned with like going number one or selling X number of copies or whatever. Like, I think she's trying to break away from that whole thing and be like, I'm my own artist now and I'm getting more independent and focusing more on my music.
Because she got the same haircut as Travis Scott in this picture.
You're petty.
Well, she does. And he's going on tour with her across America. And
Are they,
Europe
like,
gets Big Sean in the weekend.
Twinsies.
Which we didn't.
Wait, that's not fair. I kind of like Big Sean.
Oh, I love Big Sean.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad.
The Weeknd won an American Music Award
Oh, Lord.
No, the category. Please tell the people the category.
for Best Male R&B Soul.
R&B soul.
Like,
Now, I've
what?
listened to a lot of The Weeknd.
I've
and
not.
I can't. Well, I'm here to tell you, sis, that R&B and soul are not two words you would use to describe that nigga.
I don't.
That ain't
have
it. No. R&B and soul is not it.
R&B soul.
And he was up against
Chris Brown and Trey Songz.
No, it was just Chris Brown.
No, Trey Songz was in there too.
Was he?
Remember, it was the three of them.
Was it?
Yes.
Well, what the hell has Trey Songz put out? Trey Songz is still doing music.
I promise. I thought, because I remember it was on the screen. I thought I watched it.
I remember
Regardless, the answer was wrong.
Yeah, the answer was definitely
Should have
wrong.
never happened. But when I saw him sitting in the same row as Nicki Minaj, I said he's winning something.
Yeah.
Had to have been.
More
There's
than
no
like-
reason for you to be that close.
Apparently, The Weeknd is a star. This is news
Yes,
to me.
he is, sis. Yes, he is. He
I
is a
didn't know.
star.
See, I also learned this week that he was the other headliner at Made in America. Like Beyonce headlined on Saturday and he headlined on Sunday. And I said, well, blow me down. Yeah, I didn't know.
And you probably
have.
have been ignoring him because when he first came out, and even still now, people are calling him the next Michael Jackson.
Oh, that's a lie.
It's right. So when you hear something like that, it's
I'm
just
sorry.
automatic. I don't.
What?
Yes, they are.
What people? Who
they
are
are
these people?
comparing that sound he makes, that falsetto of his, to Michael Jackson's, and saying that he sounds like
I
MJ.
have 43 things to say in response to that.
Let me tell you something.
No.
Count me in for at least 5 of those.
The answer is
The
no.
answer is absolutely
Yeah.
not.
And I
It's a
can't
no.
even speak as explicitly as I would like to say about that comment. But you know something?
Okay.
It is all right. What I will say is that he doesn't give me R&B, so he gives me more like hip hop, suck your soul,
Okay.
Oh,
or like,
I mean, he's very melancholy.
or like steal your soul.
steal your soul.
I listen to some really weird shit, and I can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
I just
he
can't.
he kind of makes me think of like Lana Del Rey for niggas.
And see, yes, but I can stomach Lana Del Rey because I
Lana,
feel like
sorry.
I can deal with that sound of her voice. Like a lot of people, it's not their thing, and I understand why. But for me, I like it. With him, it's similar production. It's that, but like hip hoppy.
Yeah.
But his voice
And that's
is
why I
what
can
makes
tolerate
me
him
not
more.
want to listen
And
to
I
it.
understand because he's deliberately trying to sound like Michael. He loves that comparison. Like
Who wouldn't?
right. I mean, he's clearly heavily influenced by Michael Jackson, but he is certainly not like nowhere even approaching, girl, the next MJ. Like nowhere even near it.
I happen to find that comparison offensive.
I'm
that's just-
wildly offended.
I've never seen The Weeknd dance.
He tried at one of the last shows I watched. I don't know if it was the Grammys or what, but he performed with some fire, of course, hell. And then he started to do a dance that was Michael's dance.
Okay. See, no.
So I was like,
And
I
know
don't
his
even.
album, I've heard his album is good, but it ain't Thriller. It ain't off the wall. So you can stop. Just
It's not
everybody stop.
Ben.
Okay.
It's not.
It's not Ben. Get the hell on somewhere.
How dare you?
Bye. Bye. Who are we talking about? We are so off topic.
Yeah, I don't even. What else was there? Sherry Shepherd has to pay for the baby.
Yes, she does.
Well,
Listen.
that is your baby girl. So yes.
Oh, let's talk about Angie Stone.
Oh.
Why?
So, white people, Angie Stone is this woman that sang, she sang the theme to Girlfriends.
Did
Yeah,
she?
right.
Yeah, she did.
That was her?
I'm saying you want white people to know who sang the
they
theme
don't,
to
they don't watch
Girlfriends.
I
Girlfriends.
mean, white people, let's make a couple
Angie Stone. How would white people know who Angie Stone is?
They don't.
They don't.
They don't know Brother.
Oh, yeah, because that was the only one I was
That
going
was
to
the
give
hit.
them,
Yeah.
but I really don't
They
know.
don't know
Faye.
that damn song.
Anyway,
I
so
really
she's
don't
this
know
big
who
black
she is.
lady, right? And she,
That's good enough.
you know, she sang these songs and like the hood loved her and, you know, like aunties and that sort of like community.
Yeah.
And so she says that when she was shooting the video, I Want to Thank You, and Idris Elba was her love interest or whatever, that he was digging her back then and she kind of paid it
Angie girl.
because she didn't really. And she said, I had already been with D'Angelo. And,
Angie.
We know.
Let me tell you how far Angie is reaching.
she said, I wasn't checking for him like that. That's what her words are. And now she kind of regrets it. But she will. The one thing about it is I have the luxury of knowing he was digging me.
Girl.
So let's
What?
talk about it.
She don't have nothing else to talk about.
Right. Why would she even say this to somebody? Who asked her to give this statement? What
Isn't
the
she like
fuck?
married or engaged or something?
Something. I thought she had a man.
Yeah, on
Or
that
wait,
show.
but did
Idris
she
Elba
find-
has a woman.
Oh, well,
Who
and
was?
a
Well, does
fresh
he?
baby. He's
I
a
was about to
newborn.
say.
Yeah. They have a kid.
I don't know if she, like
I
she
just
kept
can't think
him
of
around after King
what kind of
Show.
conversation would this come up where Angie would be, we need to make these comments.
Trash. Who even is supposed to care, girl?
Who cares?
Like,
You know
what
Idris
kind
Elba
of
like
statement is that to make? Like,
A
this is why
desperate
you
one.
can't just be out here with any hood rat. Because, like, you know, what you, oh, you know, That's like the auntie that goes to Thanksgiving or any other family function and is always talking about, that other cousin or whoever else that they could have married or should have married or that
Lord
time
God.
that they were at like a fucking Luther Van, well, not Luther, but the time they were at a Lionel Richie concert and, they could have always had Lionel. Like
Lionel
that
was the
kind of
one
thing.
that got
That's what this is giving. Like,
Speaking
what is
of
that
aunties
statement?
at Thanksgiving, though, did you hear Patti LaBelle invited that young man
I
at
sure
Thanksgiving
did.
to her house?
And
Sure
listen,
did.
I
Sure
would
did.
go.
I would be there.
Yes. Especially after she fronted like, the internet didn't have nothing to do with them pie selling out. Girl,
I would be there.
Patty.
I would still pay my own way.
I would.
Like, I'm going.
I'm going.
I don't
The
give a
least
fuck.
she can do is pay the airfare.
I mean, that
talked
is the
about-
least of the least.
She talked about her menu and what she was going to be preparing when she was on the Breakfast Club.
Oh, she did?
Yes, honey, Patty is spent to cook.
Where is she now?
Yes.
What is she making?
She said something about like briskets and
Whoa.
brisket.
yes, honey. I imagine
Is she in
Patty's.
California? They must.
No, she's
they
in
couldn't-
Philadelphia.
What? Who is barbecuing?
Patty is right there,
she's
bitch. Patty
right
invite
there.
me.
She's having briskets and lobster mac and cheese and
Oh, well, all right, bitch.
and
We
all
having
this
Cajun mac and cheese.
We are. I'm excited. She ran the list down about all the things that she was gonna have, and she said she had a new living room, and it was white. She was gonna have it roped off, and niggas were not permitted
I know that's right.
to sit on her new silk furniture. And I said, "Ain't nobody mad, girl."
Who
Right.
would eat on white silk furniture? You asking the
She
fuck
said, "We only
something
gonna
up.
have clear liquids." She said, "Because I know how the blacks are, honey. They like to spill things all over your house." I
Oh,
said,
okay.
"Patty is in here speaking all the science, honey. Listen to her."
If your house is so nice that I can't have liquor, I don't know if I need to
She
be there.
said they can have Jack Daniels, but it's got to be downstairs with a pool table.
The fact that she knew she had to say something.
No, you have to say something.
Because Charlamagne was like, "We're not gonna have no spirit."
Right. Charlamagne is me. Is that it for the hot topics, or do we have something else?
If you want to, yeah, we're going
I mean,
along anyway.
I don't care,
I mean,
so
because
it's
I
whatever.
really don't have anything.
Okay.
It's my birthday.
It is.
So fuck it. You can do whatever you want to do.
I'm just, not prepared.
Okay.
But it's fine. I'm sure there are other things that we can talk about at a later date
Or here in just a little bit.
or whatever.
All right, so let's take a break. We'll be back. Hey, ladies, do you have problems with cup spilling and gaping and slipping straps in your bras, and they're super uncomfortable and they look terrible underneath your clothes? ThirdLove is here to save the day. Their 24/7 t-shirt bra is the most comfortable bra I've ever owned. It is so smoothing and invisible under every outfit. The cups are made out of memory foam, so it feels so good around your breastises, and it molds to your shape to give you the most amazing fit. I love it so much because I personally have a cup spillage problem due to the largeness of my breasts. And so, upon getting sized and figuring I was wearing the wrong bra, ThirdLove just came to the rescue, and now my boobs look amazing in everything that I wear. And they stand behind the product so much that they're willing to let all of you guys try this bra for free. Yes, free. All you have to do is pay $1 for shipping. You can wear it for 30 days, take the tags off, wash it, do whatever you need to. Really give your tits a workout in the bra. If you love it, you can keep it and they'll charge your card. If not, send it back and they won't. That's all you have to do. An online fit specialist can help if you need help with your size. So go to thirdlove.com/read to get started. That's thirdlove.com/read. Let them know that I sent you. And now let's go back to the show.
All right, so we're back. And it's time for listener letters. But I just remembered one of my topics, and it was that MC Light said that Fetty Wap is a hip-hop feminist.
I saw that.
Oh, how cute is that?
Girl, what?
Hip-hop feminist?
What exactly?
Because he said, seen your pretty ass.
Because they trap together
Oh.
as a king and queen. And don't you forget it. Queen.
I guess I
If you
wasn't
think
hood
about it,
enough to
most
catch
of his
it.
songs are really ratchet love songs. So, I mean, I guess.
I mean, but feminist, I would not have drawn that conclusion.
I never even thought of it because for me with Fetty Wap, I just think, like all things in moderation.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just, I always listen to a Fetty Wap song and I'll be like, wow, this is still on. Like it just, it's like this, and they're not that long. It just feels long.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, well, let's get to the letter. Send your questions to ask3@gmail.com. We'll answer it on the show. First question comes from Laurel, who says, I've been with my boyfriend for a few months now, and everything is perfect except the nigga has no money. We're both artists, and it's very obvious that I'm a lot more successful than he is. He's what you would call a starving artist, while I've been able to survive off my income. No shade to him. He's very talented, and I'm confident that he'll one day be able to live off his craft. In the meantime, I've suggested that he get a job, at least part-time, to take care of his essentials. He lives at home with his mother, so rent is taken care of, but he almost never pays his phone bill. He stays at home all the time because he doesn't have money to pay for his own food or even bus fare. Well, and in all the time we've been together, he hasn't so much as bought me a cup of coffee. I find myself loaning him a few dollars here and there just to get him to come out with me, and this is really starting to affect our relationship. Yes. Every time I suggest that he get a job, he has some excuse. Please help Laurel. My goodness. Well, so here's the thing.
This is all your fault.
All right.
Please expound.
Please
This
do.
situation is all your fault because you're still doing it.
Still dating a broke nigga? Or
Because I'm hearing all of these things about this guy, and he sounds terrible. And so I'm waiting for the part for her to be like, so that's why I don't deal with that nigga no more. But that's not.
No, she's saying everything's great about him except the fact that he's so broke that he can't afford to, date her.
How long have they been dating?
A few months.
So let's get back to the job part.
Yeah, so they're both artists, but he doesn't make enough money to live off of his art, whatever that is. She didn't say that.
That's
but
fine.
He continues to come up with a different excuse as to why he can't get a job.
Let's stop right there.
Well,
that's a problem.
That's an issue.
It is.
Now you have to be realistic. And it took me, I would have started my blog, The Fury, 10 years ago next year in June.
Wow.
And it took me the longest time to make enough money to where I did not need to actually get a job and work.
Right.
It took years of me being up at all hours of night, posting drafts, not getting enough sleep, putting all of that extra work into my craft while still working somebody else's job so that I could take care of me and then maybe take care of somebody else too if they needed that kind of help.
Right.
I can't just be out here like, well, I'm just going to blog and sit in my mama's house and, hope that she make a grilled cheese for me too and then also date you.
Right. It's just like it's kind of like he's trying to do too much on nothing at all. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't date somebody who is broke or don't date somebody who doesn't have as much money as you do. But at some point you have to be honest with yourself. And if you cannot even afford to leave your house and go meet somebody, you are too broke to be trying to date.
Period.
It's too broke, girl. That's too. You can need to find somebody who lives within walking distance then, because this is just, you can't even afford to go meet your girlfriend somewhere
and get you a Netflix. Oh, you can't do it. It costs $8.99 a month. What are you like? What unless you have a password? I don't. I'm not under. I can't.
I don't even see why dating is a priority for you. But anyway, sis, what do you think?
I think that if this is somebody she's going to be wanting to date for any extended period of time, you have to look at the behaviors that a person is exhibiting now as an indication of how they're going to be in the future. So you can't really plan a future with somebody who ain't doing nothing. So if you don't have if he doesn't want a job, if you're dating and you want to get married or you want to have a commitment with this person, you ought to be thinking big picture.
Right.
So if he don't have no money right now and he ain't trying to get no money, then you either gonna have to say, am I gonna deal with this nigga being broke?
That's what I'm saying.
Or am I going to make a decision?
It doesn't seem like it would be worth the stress to me.
Right.
Not this level of broke. I can handle some.
Because we're all in process. We all trying.
Right, exactly.
You know
I'm nobody's balling.
I'm not ready.
I'm nobody's rich.
I'm not.
Student. I want you all to know I am a full-time student. student.
The rich ain't what it is.
Student. I got more debt than I got savings, and that is the bottom line.
Yes. Also,
Okay?
me too.
So I'm not in any I'm not in any way saying it's all about the money.
Not
There
at
is
all.
not
No.
a single soul in this room that is unfamiliar with broke.
Not
We
at all.
all
I want you to know.
broke, but being broke and not having ambition is a completely
Absolutely.
Oh, my
different
goodness.
thing.
Absolutely. And you make it work.
You-
Just like you said, like you work until your money you can make money on your own.
Exactly.
You work. Like if that like that's what I have cousins who like want to be artists and do these kind of things. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But go down to Target and get you a job.
Right.
In the meantime,
Right.
like what you gonna do for right now? Like we all have big goals and dreams. Like, sure, if I could just be a student and just sit somewhere and write, that would be beautiful.
And learn all the time.
And just
I
learn
feel
all the time.
like-
That would be great. But I've got this rent.
Right.
is due
Real
every
life
month.
is still real life.
Every month.
Every
There's not a
month.
month that comes by
There's not a
where
Where the landlord's like, don't
I'm
worry
just
about
in
it.
my feelings. Like I'm gonna talk to my landlord and be like, man, look, like this nigga's getting on my nerves.
Right.
And like he didn't have, money for gas when I wanted to go to Atlantic City. And so they're not going to come
No,
in and
they
be
don't
like,
care.
oh, I understand. They want their money every month.
Absolutely.
And I feel like
and
honestly
they're going to get it.
They're going
We're
to.
going to get
Or
it.
you're going to be homeless.
Right.
So it's a very, very simple thing. So I just think that, what's her name, Laurel?
Yeah. Well, that's the name I made up for her. She asked me to make one up.
Okay.
Laurel.
Yeah.
Laurel Sugar Pie, sweetie,
Bless
baby.
it.
Bless your heart for being so patient with this young man
Mm-hmm.
in his shiftless, trifling ways. But I think that
Woo.
for the sake of your future, you just need to make a decision. If you're going to be able to tolerate his foolishness, then tolerate it. And if not, then you
Right.
need to have a conversation with him that results in y'all going your separate ways.
His problem is that he doesn't know how to be real with himself. Like, you need to be real with yourself. Yes, you want to do your
Absolutely.
art full time, and I get that. But
So
your
that's it.
art's not taking care of your life.
Absolutely.
So
Until it can.
Right.
Don't ever, because the thing is, I don't want you to get confused because I
Right.
could absolutely do
Not
that.
saying
I could
stop.
do it. But what I want you to know is like, you need to be doing something at the same time
Right.
while you're building this up.
Right.
And I will 1,000% support your art and
Right.
you getting to a place where you can live off of that. But that's
Yes.
not today. And today, I have to make sure that my ass has a place to live
Right.
and food to eat.
That's right.
So-
It's just a fact of life. If you're not born rich, then you don't get to sit back and just have fun and figure it out along the way and not have to deal with life. Like,
Listen.
I think the real issue is
that's how it
that
goes.
a lot of these niggas know that they have great things they can supply to women for free.
Penis?
And
Oh.
tongue sometime too. And I feel like texting is
also.
not always free because you paying for the niggas food, clothes, gas, bail, offering, everything. Everything.
I'm paying his tithes.
Paying his
Good
time, everything.
I hate
And a
you.
lot of these niggas know it. You have to, because that be the I love everything about him. You love when he snacks on that.
Huh? Come on in. It's very important.
So what does he do that's so great?
What does he do? Listen.
I love
Knows
everything about
how.
him. You love the
You love-
sex.
Yes, okay.
Because
and then-
everything about him sounds terrible.
All the things that you've listed
They're pretty
They
bad.
just sound like
are pretty
strife.
bad.
Right.
So the list of things that are great must be very, very short.
Because I don't.
Just a couple of others. Let's move on.
Okay.
Our next letter comes from Charmaine, who the title or the subject line says, "Am I wrong?" So
Yes.
just so y'all have a frame
More
of mind
than
for this.
Bless your heart,
Likely.
Charmaine.
On Halloween, one of my coworkers from my last job had a party, and I went and it was all love. Some of the guys there are Trinidadian, so in the playlist there was soca and reggae music. Trinidadian, so sorry. God, I'm so sorry.
You would have just had
It's
upset
not my
people.
culture,
It's
and
okay.
I mispronounced
That's
it. I
You
feel
corrected
bad.
it.
Yeah, at least you don't say Barbadian.
Oh, that is so terrible.
Trinidadian.
That's
My
right.
bad.
It's okay.
We all had a good time, and then one of our white friends asked if she could get just one country song. Cool. Her and her little friend do some line dance while the rest of us observe and play cards. So then the playlist gets going again, and another reggae song comes on, and this white girl says, "Hey guys, do your tribal dance."
Oh.
Instantly, I'm irked and offended, and typically I'm unfazed, but I've been cool with this bitch for a while, and that comment really irked my soul. My best friend was laughing because the disgust was all over my face, and my friends were trying to calm me down like I was going to put my hands on the girl, but that's not even me. Most of the people in the room just brushed off her comment and are still cool with the chick, but I have completely washed my hands of this girl. Am I wrong for just excusing her out of my life? I felt like maybe I should have tried to explain why I was offended before I dismissed her, but I've tried it before with white folks and I cannot with them.
What's her name?
Charmaine.
Charmaine,
Okay.
yes. So, yeah, Charmaine needs to know, was she wrong for just being like, listen, I'm not dealing with this white bitch no more because I felt like that comment was completely out of pocket and just cutting her off? Or should she have taken the time to explain what was so wrong about the comments?
Charmaine, I jumped the gun when I said that.
See, y'all thought she was going to be a hood
Yes,
rat.
I do apologize.
Charmaine popped off for a good reason.
Very sorry.
Yes, girl, because you have every right to be mad at this bitch.
Absolutely.
Every single one. I would have had the exact same reaction. Like, wait a minute, bitch. Do our what? Do our whom? Like, no.
I think that I totally understand Charmaine's frustration and her feeling that it is not her responsibility
Yes.
to educate this ignorant person.
Come on in.
Because I think that as someone who has in many cases been the sole correspondent of all things black in a very white space.
Me too, sis.
I understand the frustration of feeling that responsibility. Like everything you say, like you always have to explain something that gets old and tired very quickly.
Absolutely.
So on one hand, I totally understand why Charmaine would be like, that person no longer exists. Just like that.
Yes.
I get that. But I also could see, I'm trying to think, I don't know if I would have the wherewithal to remain calm enough to
that's
have
the
a productive conversation. Because I could tell her
Right. In many
very
ways.
easily how absolutely wrong and disrespectful she was being. But I don't know if I could do that in a productive way.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I would have
so-
cussed that bitch out.
I think that
Yeah.
I think on airing on between, cursing and arms flailing and might potentially threatening this person safety
right.
or just like ignoring her. I think I probably would do what Charmaine has done and just
just cut her out
I
completely.
just don't see her
because there's
anymore.
no justification for you can do your tribal dance, bitch.
No.
What the fuck? We didn't say you was doing your tribal dance when y'all got up here and did the Carrie Underwood
Absolutely
hokey
not.
pokey ass bullshit that I love, by the way. So I'm pissed that she is doing this in the name of country music, disrespecting the shit that I love. But like, bitch, really? Do your tribal dance? I would have cut off
tiring.
too.
It's just tiring. I could totally be like, I don't have time. I don't have the energy, the strength to try to explain this to you.
Yeah.
First of all, don't tell me what to do.
Who are you talking to, young lady?
You have lost your mind. First of all, just
First of
shouting
all.
commands. Tribal dance?
You can
I
do
don't
your
have to.
tribal
I'm not
dance
your
now.
Google. She's right there all day long, through the night tube, the
Googly
twilight hour.
There she
You can
is.
go and speak to her anytime you want to, but you just gonna have to learn. Just don't say nothing. Just
Yeah.
be quiet. You don't understand, then don't say anything. Like, that's what I typically try to do. You want to talk about football? You know what I'm saying? You can do that. And I will try to be, I will pretend that I know what I'm talking about because I know it gets on your
Yes.
nerves. And nobody takes me seriously.
You pretend, right. But when I try to figure out what the hell you be talking about with your anime and your video games and things, your sci-fi, your electronic
things.
thing, all that stuff that you do, I be trying to get that too. You be looking at me like, why do you even, you know nothing. You know nothing about the Cyborg
But you don't say, hey,
3000,
pull out your
Xbox,
hologram.
PlayStation,
Yes, that's right.
500. What?
You don't say, oh, just pull out your jetpack unless you don't just start talking.
You don't. Because you don't speak about things that you have no
That's
knowledge of.
so true. That's true. I do not just come out of nowhere
don't.
trying to front like I know what the hell you talking about.
You
'cause I
may
don't.
say one of the names incorrectly, like, oh, I don't even feel like you're at that, auntie.
No.
You gotta have some grandkids before you get that.
Mommy Mo used to stay calling us the wrong name and didn't give a
And my
fuck,
grandmother
nigga.
would go through the list.
Yes, my grandma would start with the oldest and just
She would
run
just go
through
down.
all of
And
them.
I would just wait until she got to me.
Me too.
Just wait right there. And she'd be like, well, you know who I'm talking to. I'm looking at you.
I am, but I'm waiting on you to get the name that's
get
mine.
my name right. I don't know.
That was my favorite part. I always loved how frustrated they got.
Yes.
By not remembering my name. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Come and get the remote.
Why are you looking at me when you know I'm talking to you?
Listen, my mother will call me boys, like grown men, like I'm your grandchild. Like you're calling your kid's name. They're way older than me.
It don't matter. You know who I'm talking to, one of y'all.
Bless their heart.
So there's another question from a young man who's kind of dealing with a straight boy, or he thinks he's a straight boy. His name's Marquise.
It usually doesn't work that way.
And he says, I've been working with Scott for 2 years, and I've liked him since I met him, but I knew from the beginning he was straight. Lately, he's been feeling kind of sad because he's never had a girlfriend or any sexual experiences, and I told him his time will come. A few months ago, he sent me a dick pic and asked me if girls would like it. And then he started asking me what I liked sexually because he said he figured I might give him some tips for girls.
Wait.
Gee, girl, how old is this young man?
He doesn't say.
He has to be 16 or 17.
He must be 14.
He kept...
I just don't.
Yeah, 16 is old enough at that point.
Oh, my God. I'm not even halfway through.
Lord Jesus.
He kept sending me different dick pics and started talking about if I would ever do anything with him.
I'm
Multiple dicks.
I'm too old for this because
last week he came over so we could watch Jurassic World. And halfway through the movie,
y'all are so
Netflix
young.
and chill.
I started giving him a blowjob. Afterwards, it was a little. Afterwards, it was
Crystal, turn that bullshit. What are you talking? You are still reading this goddamn email.
Will you stop being a rude bitch?
Is the question whether or not he's gay?
He don't know.
Afterwards, it was kind of weird and kind of romantic because he was massaging my back, and now he's acting weird. He says he's straight and was just interested because he's never had a sexual experience. However, he keeps talking about that night, and now he started sexting me. I have no damn idea what I'm supposed to do.
It's not even done, Jesus.
I have no damn idea what I'm supposed to do since he says he's straight, but his actions say otherwise. What do you guys think?
So, Marquise, we're just going to go out on a limb here and say that you,
bless his heart,
on a normal Thursday would probably be in about second period. Third.
No. What is scaring me is that this might very well be an adult.
Grown, right? He might not
but
be 14.
What concerns me the most?
No. I don't. This has to be like
I'm thinking teenagers, though. I'm not thinking. I hope not a child, but I was thinking like
not
15 to 17, something in there.
I'm feeling like 15 to 16 because I feel like 7. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I ain't been 17 in a minute.
These 17-year-olds might be half grown.
They probably are.
We're old, and we already know it. These kids might be.
But listen,
I feel like he would have been at like a wave lunch. This is a high school student.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you are grown asking this question,
I don't really have a lot to say about this.
You don't say.
But I will say that. Oh.
What were you just gave up?
I did because I'm way back in the beginning of the email. Way back. Like all of the other details were missed on me because I'm still processing some of the very beginning things. Like this straight man sending another man several dick pictures.
Right. He didn't just stop at one.
Didn't stop at one. Asking, what do you think?
And what do you enjoy sexually?
What do you enjoy sexually? And what do you think?
You asking another man to judge your penis.
Another man to view and give his opinion on your penis. And you say that you are straight.
Woo.
And I don't even know how to process or make sense of that. Because I don't speak in the dick pictures language. I know that is a very common dialect these days.
Yeah,
the children communicate with the pictures of the
genitals,
areas.
Yes,
and that's I know my lane, and that's not it. 'Cause I don't speak these languages.
No, I don't do this. I don't
know what it means.
I feel like I've aged right on out of.
I think I have.
I mean, just straight full on genitals. No, I can't.
Especially
it's a little graphic.
See, this is not
much
unrequited.
Yes.
And unrequested.
Listen. So like that's my biggest problem.
Right.
Like I did not ask for a picture of your penis. So why is it here? Mm-hmm. And now that it's here, what do we do now?
Well,
I just don't know.
I think you're going to have to take Scott's words over his actions on this, because even though he's coming over to watch a movie with you
And
then
receiving
turn around
head.
and tickle you in your booty hole,
Sweet
and let
Jesus
you
Christ.
slob his knob, the fact remains that what he's saying out loud is that I'm straight. He's not saying I'm interested in dating a man, being with a man, having a relationship with a man. Like, he's telling you he's straight, but then he's doing gay shit with you. So I understand why you're confused and you don't know which one to believe. I'm telling you to believe his words.
Charmaine, but who is this?
This is
Marquise.
Marquise, look.
Look at you calling
I'm
him
gonna be your
Charmaine.
fairy god.
Charmaine.
I'm gonna be your fairy god sister in this life that we call gay.
All right.
Like, I feel like you are quite young. 19. That is as high as I'm going. Like, I really hope not. But if you've never experienced this, I feel like, are you trying to add the math
Well, he
up?
has a year in his email address, and I thought it was the year he graduated, but that's because I'm old. It's probably the year he was born.
What year?
And if
is
that's
it?
the case, then he's about 14 years
Oh,
old.
sweet God.
So bless
Peace
his heart.
Or he could be in his smooth 30s or 40s or whatever that would be.
So he's either
Real young or
13
old.
or 30. He is. He's one or the other.
I'm going to hope that you're 30.
But I don't think you are.
Because then shut up.
Or maybe you just like that number. Maybe
Right.
that's the number. Maybe that's when your child was born. I don't. Ooh,
Maybe that's when you graduated from middle school.
That one didn't work.
That didn't work. When you graduated middle school.
Well, no, because it's
Maybe it's his address. Let's just pray.
No,
You know
girl.
what? Yeah, we just want to pray. The point is, I'm going to just say
Marquise.
that a lesson that you have to take here is you could go one of two ways, and I'm going to just let you know how both of them end very, very quickly. Like Crystal said, take his word for it and continue to mess around with him, because he will probably live to continue messing around with
Yes.
men and living his life as a straight man, having nothing but straight friends and, dealing with whatever. Not all of them deal with women. He could be walking, femme queen soon.
Lord God.
It really, that's not your business. It doesn't matter. How you're benefiting from this at this point is friendship. And if you're as young as we think you may be, the rest is your business.
Well, he can't be, because I remember I just looked at the top of his email and he said he's been working with Scott for 2 years. He has a job. So he's got to be a teenager.
Thank you,
He's got to, and that means he's
Jesus.
got to be at least 16 years old.
Okay.
He's like 16 and 19.
Either way,
yeah.
your business. But you know how you benefit from he's not straight, but you could just have him as straight. That's what that would be.
If you want to do that, like if you cool with having just a sexual thing, understand that all it's going to be is sexual until he's ready to say, I'm gay.
You are not going to go see The Mockingjay Part 2.
You're not.
You are not going to the club. Like, that's not the life you're going to live.
You're not going to
if
sit through the
you
Adele
want
album
that,
together.
find you someone else who's like, oh, I am also gay
Right.
and you are gay and
Yeah.
we can be gay together. It will save you a whole lot of time and heartache, but it's up to you. Either way, he's lying to you.
Woo. All right. Good luck to you. If you guys have a question, send it to ask3@gmail.com and we'll be right back.
Hey y'all, this episode is being sponsored by Credit Karma, where you can go and get your credit score for free right now. We've mentioned before, I used Credit Karma when I moved out of that just dastardly living space that I was in before, and it definitely helped me get all my paperwork together like a grown up and present it to these white people that I, now I'm renting from. So if you need to get your number for your car or home or what have you, you can do it for free on Credit Karma.
Yes, you can. Checking your credit may not be at the top of your mind, especially if you're super busy, but Credit Karma provides free credit monitoring alerts, so if something fishy comes up, you can check out your report immediately and see if it's legit. They have an app, so you don't even need a computer to see your scores, and they have a ton of information on their site to help you build up your credit score and keep it where it should be. It's your credit score, and it's so important, like if you said, to find an apartment here in the city, or if you're looking to buy a house or buy a car or a million other things. There are certain jobs that run your credit. So So again, you absolutely need to know your credit score. And with Credit Karma, you can see it right now, absolutely free. Just text READ to 89800 to download the free Credit Karma app and get started. That's READ to 89800. Download the free Credit Karma app today and get started. It is the most important number in your life, and you definitely need to know it. So check out Credit Karma with the READ today. And now let's finish the show.
And we're back.
We are.
Time for the read. That Credit Karma was for Laurel's boyfriend. Because I know he don't know.
Sir,
If you have credit.
He probably don't have
If he
none.
even has established credit, and
Bless
he
his
probably,
heart.
oh my God.
Which is a problem.
I mean, but you know, God bless Laurel. So yeah, it's time for the reads. And
So, okay.
What's up?
Because I'm unprepared again, but I read a screenshot of something that Lil Boosie allegedly said, which was that, listen, I'm not even taking the actual person into, this is something that a lot of you niggas say. So I'm just using him as the boat to get where I'm going.
okay.
So he said something along the lines of, you know, all of the gay stuff on TV, like gay men and whatever being in reality TV and all up in the empires and all of these shows, and how kids watch these things and, you know, so uncomfortable. Do you have to kiss Jesus? Oh my God. So I just don't understand how your televisions work, because mine, let me just run you through like just basic operations.
Yeah, okay.
It has a piece of hardware called a remote,
It's going to bless somebody.
and all you typically have to do, like, there's a sensor at the front of it and you point it at your television, and then there's a button at the top that says on off. Now, if your television is on, which it probably is because you're watching gay shit on it, all you have to do if you don't want to see it is press that button and you won't see it anymore. Let me give you another blessing. There's another few buttons, usually somewhere towards the center of this piece of hardware. And they usually say CH with an arrow pointing in one direction and an arrow in the other. If you press either one of those buttons,
Listen, it'll happen right away.
it will take you to another set of pictures
instantly.
that will not be the gay shit that you are watching.
Look at that.
So complaining about what's happening on television makes no sense to me, because you don't have to watch it. And again, if your children, okay, there's two misunderstandings with this in terms of babies. The first one being that somehow Jussie Smollett's gonna make you gay. Like, I don't think.
Oh, this is about Empire.
Well, it's not just about, I feel like Empire is a big part of it, because everybody has been complaining about how gay Empire is. And I'm just assuming it's because it's on prime time TV every week and has, you know, all of these people watching and talking about it. One of the main storylines, the whole first season was about this gay man and his relationship with his father.
Yeah.
So I guess contrary to your belief, gay men have daddies. Like, a lot of us, we have fathers, we know them, and we have, like, you know, relationships with them. And so it's important for television to include people from all walks of life, because that's realistic. Shonda Rhimes said this. It's realistic. It doesn't, for you to say, oh, well, there's like a 30% increase or whatever the status.
Right, the tiny little bit
of, you know, black people and TV and so on. And what do you think of your involvement in that or whatever? And Shonda was like, I just felt like, you know, I'm just telling an honest, like, this is what I see. Like, it's just, I don't just walk out the door and everybody's white and then, you know, I won't go on a trip to Florida and be like, oh, somebody that looked like me. Like, you don't, it's not like one black face every 100 miles. It's not one gay man, you know, in each state. These people are everywhere. Like, transgender people are everywhere. Like, I just don't understand why you're complaining about people being on shows when they exist, like in the real world. Like, what?
Lord.
Your children are not going to be gay because of something that they see on TV, because of the color of their car seat, because of their cereal that you choose to feed them. They're just going to be that way because they're that way. So when they hear you saying dumb shit like how much gay stuff is on television, and they are at an age where they have identified with that part of them already, you ain't gonna do shit but have them sending dick pics to people and telling them they're straight, and then going and getting BJs in front of Hulu. Like that's just like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said it's an onion. It's like
It's an onion.
They're layered.
There's layered, you know, so I feel like, you know, I'll get there one day. But listen, all I'm saying is that is an issue for that reason. And secondly, because bitch, Empire is not parenting your goddamn babies. Terrence Howard is not your child's daddy, and Cookie is not, let me say Taraji, because the white people just be calling her Cookie like that's her name, and I don't want to do that to her. Taraji P. Henson is not your child's mama.
No.
You have to make sure that, first of all, when my kids are at that impressionable of an age where I feel like they need to be exposed to this, that, and the third, they're not going to be up at 9 o'clock to watch Empire anyway. That's my baby.
Because I wasn't.
I wasn't.
Our parents, there was shows, several shows, like Married with Children.
Roseanne.
Was not allowed, I was not allowed to watch it. I couldn't watch The Simpsons. I was in college before I saw my first episode of The Simpsons because my mother was like, that is not for children.
Right.
That cartoon is not for children.
And it wasn't.
So I just feel like I was thinking when you're talking about that piece of hardware, you know, it's actually called a remote what?
Control.
Because it indicates that you as the consumer have control
over
what it is that you watch.
Come on.
Look at you.
That's all that it is. So
facts,
stop
sis.
looking to all of these songs and all of these TV shows and video games. And granted, yes, I understand that you can't be, 100% on top of everything that your child is exposed to. Like, you're not in their face all the time, and they all have little pieces of plastic with the whole World Wide Web on it and shit now, so they can see anything. I get that, but at the same time, I do feel like as a parent, it's your job to instill certain
whatever values
ideals,
you have,
right, in that person, because I knew that I could listen to as much Dipset as I wanted to, whatever Gangsta, Trick Daddy, Trina, all them talking about cocaine laced weed and fucking and stripping and all this shit, and I knew not to get involved in a lot of these things because my parents would have my ass bloody. That's it. That's all that it was.
That's right.
So I don't understand how we are relying on, it's not even, it has nothing to do with your children. It makes you uncomfortable.
Right.
And that's something that you have to address with yourself. Maybe you have feelings that you've never really thought about or considered, or something within your sexuality that just makes you uncomfortable with letting other people live their lives. We have seen people fuck, suck, and swallow on prime time television.
Every week.
Every week. All the time. And no one has a problem with the explicit intercourse that takes place at 8 p.m. on these channels. They've been fucking on The Real World for over a decade.
Right.
Just 2 decades. Older than me. So
real.
I don't understand how now you're complaining because 2 men are kissing on TV or whatever. I don't.
Niggas. So
keep that shit to yourself. Nobody is concerned with, I had said before, I'm not trying to be part of no woe is me ass gay campaign. Respect me. I will respect you. Stay out of my goddamn way. You don't need to understand anything about me. I'm not going to explain no more of this shit to you. That's not my responsibility. You have Google. You have Tumblr. All you have to do is make a Tumblr account. You don't even have to post anything. You can just read on there because they are quick. They'll get you together in an instant. They'll just be like, so today we're going to talk about misogyny.
Just because that's the topic.
Just because.
Just because that's
Friday is xenophobia, and we're going to get into just a little bit of ableism come the 27th. There's so many resources for you to get the understanding that it is that you lack, and you just don't care. That's fine. It is also no business of mine.
Sure.
Get out of my face and shut your ass. You sound and look stupid, especially if you have a song called They Dykin'.
My
Oh,
God.
but they dyking is a classic.
It is. There's this undeniable. But I
Right.
mean,
clearly you don't have that big of a problem with homosexuality.
Right.
At least female homosexuality.
niggas, straight niggas never have a problem with homosexuality as long as it benefits them. They
Right.
never have a problem with LGB or T.
Ain't that it?
As long as it benefits them.
Ain't that
and
it?
it doesn't make them feel like their manhood is being questioned.
Mm-hmm.
Shut the fuck
true.
up and take
Amen.
care of your baby yourself, you ratchet ass ghetto ass birds. And that goes for each and every one of you hoes. All of you. Everyone.
Woo. All right. Well, I don't really have a read this week. I just kind of want to remind everybody that it's the holiday season. So if you're going over to somebody else's house, make sure you bring something.
It's manners. You can buy
Do not
a
show up
bottle,
empty-handed.
ice.
Some beer, even if the liquor store's
You can
closed.
get some
pick up
Andre for
beer.
$5.
You can get some. Sis, come on. For
You can
those of
talk
you here in
about
the
it.
tri-state,
Those of you here in
can
the
get you some cheap,
tri-state area.
and somebody will mix it with some juice,
Listen.
and it will be popping.
It is so good.
Bring something.
Refreshing little beverage.
An assortment of hot chews, something. Don't just
Something.
show up with nothing at
You
somebody
don't-
else's house.
Except Tupperware. Don't come with no Tupperware, especially if you don't have nothing else, because you
Right.
will be asked to
Do not come with your
leave.
foil and your plates. You will be embarrassed. Do not play yourself.
At
Did
least-
you see that video or that Instagram of everybody's doing Thanksgiving with black families?
I saw the hashtag.
There's one of Aretha Franklin that says that auntie that don't ever bring nothing but always be the first to get a plate.
Well,
She put her purse down, like wipes her hands, like hilarious.
Listen, we already say the grace.
right, niggas. And also a reminder that if you did not spend, all damn day cooking, then you just need to sit your ass down somewhere and relax. You're not
And
making
wait.
no demands. That's right. You're not making no demands in this piece, nigga. You didn't buy no groceries. You ain't
Offer to
cooking.
make that person a plate.
Right?
I mean, it's common courtesy.
Like, just don't be in here like greedy and crazy. Everybody enjoy the holiday season. Enjoy the people you're around. Feel happy at least. Try to enjoy the company of
Just
your
find you some
family and friends and loved
some
ones.
home training and just
And
a few
just
scruples
get
and just a little bit of
it.
I'm
Don't
grateful.
blow up nobody's bathroom.
Listen.
Take a pack of matches with you if you know you have, gastro issues.
Absolutely.
Be considerate. Take off
Listen.
your shoes if you see people got a clean, nice house. That sort of thing. And enjoy your holiday season. I'm not here to cuss y'all out today. And honestly, I'm trying so hard to stay away from celebrities in the news because all of it's depressing and dumb.
You see, I didn't care this week.
All of it. And I just I'm tired. What? Adele wore me out. I ain't got room for no more sadness.
Do you know how much time I spent earlier today just scrolling through headlines? Just I don't care.
About it.
I don't care. I don't care. Nope. I don't. None of them. I
doesn't
just
matter.
don't.
I get it.
It happens that week. Every now and I usually can find enough that I know that I can laugh at
Right.
as much as I want to. But this is one of those weeks where it's just like I don't care about any of this.
Okay. Well, and that's very real. So
Very real.
shout out to all of you. That wraps up the Thanksgiving episode of The Read. Check us out at thisistheread.com and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at This Is The Read. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, ThirdLove. Their 24/7 t-shirt bra is the most comfortable bra I've ever owned. It is made out of super soft memory foam that feels amazing. It molds to your shape and gives you the perfect fit. They stand behind it so much that they're willing to let you try it for free. If you love it, keep it and they'll charge your card. If you don't, send it back and they won't. Start your free trial now at thirdlove.com/read. You have any news for us this week, Kid Fury?
No, I don't think I have any news. I'm working on a new project that I think is going to be exciting for next year, but I'm not ready to talk about it.
Okay. Shout out to Essence for including us in their top podcast you need to be listening to with your bitch ass
They did do that.
column in their most recent issue. We appreciate y'all so much.
And
Appreciate
Naomi Harris is on the cover of that issue, and I love her.
Okay, well, shout out to her.
Yeah, I almost bought it in the airport and I didn't.
Thanks so much, sis, for coming through to the...
Thank y'all for having me.
I almost bought it and then I just was like, nah.
I bought it when I got back.
Yeah. So, but yes, thank you for coming through and
Listen.
doing this finally.
I'm so happy to be here.
Do you want to sing? Because see, we've talked about your amazing voice. I'm sorry, we can't just. The people know about your voice, sis. You have to.
I feel like you don't have to if you don't want to.
But it's his birthday.
Oh,
you can sing Happy Birthday.
No,
I'll
save
sing
that for
with you real
later.
soft in the background.
No, save that for
sis,
later. We don't have to do that.
Yeah, no, he's fine. No, we can do it.
Actually, so we'll just do the acronym.
Look at you. So, do you have one or not? You could do.
Yes.
Sis, I'm just saying, if you feel a song in your spirit, let it out.
I don't feel like you have to.
I don't. A song in my spirit.
Yes, see, let's do that later.
Okay, that's fine.
So, COS.
What is, again, the same wound, Flav? Is it
Until you learn to stop just offering me up to any and every old gay that comes into your studio. Like, I just don't understand. I don't get it. How you know I don't have a man? I don't. But if I did, like, shit, nobody's asking me how I feel about things.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. I guess it's just Charlamagne's ass then.
Oh, well.
Do we have any other parting words? No? You good? Okay.
Thanks for all the birthday wishes.
Yay. It's your birthday.
Oh, my God.
Okay, bye.